The U.S. government is now seeking over $4 billion from Binance, and now they're coming after Kraken, and there's also going to be a major announcement coming today from the U.S. Department of Justice. We got a lot to cover today, but let's just get straight into it. Take a look at this from Watcher Guru. The U.S. government is now seeking over $4 billion from Binance to end the criminal case. As we know, the U.S. government is not, too happy with Binance and what they've been doing, and now they're seeking over $4 billion, which is going to be a very interesting litmus test for Binance because, first of all, do they actually have $4 billion? And, of course, it's like, oh, yeah, they have $4 billion, but do they have $4 billion US dollars? That is the real question because the U.S. government's not going to accept Chuck E. Cheese coins. But there is a possibility that Binance, maybe the U.S. government ends up taking USDT or something. Just a couple of weeks ago, there was actually $3.9 billion worth of Tether getting moved around on Binance. Could that have been the response? And did they know this was coming? I don't know. We're going to have to see. And also, this story has been developing. Take a look at this. The Department of Justice who announced major cryptocurrency enforcement actions today. Really interesting. And they're going to be talking about the Binance case at 3 p.m. Eastern time today. And they got the big guns coming out. Take a look at this. Just in, U.S. is bringing out the heavy hitters to announce DOJ enforcement measures on crypto today at 3 p.m., including Attorney General Merrick Garland, Secretary of Treasury Janet Yellen, Deputy Attorney General Lisa Monaco, CFTC Chairman Rostin Benman. This is pretty big stuff. And of course, I said this before, but they're going to be talking about the Binance settlement. And I'm about to give you guys my opinion on this whole thing. I personally stand with CZ and Binance. I think this is absolute horseshit. Now, there is a lot of accusations against Binance when it comes to, evading sanctions and, money laundering and all these things. But what you have to understand, this has nothing to do with all that. This has everything to do with power. They are committing criminal behavior and worse crimes are all over Wall Street. The most heinous crimes you can think of are happening on Wall Street, and it's being done by the big banks, okay? That's the real truth. I mean, I can go off the deep end and talk about some things that they're doing, but we know they're money laundering on Wall Street. We know they're committing crimes, and they're also doing some weird things on some islands as well, some of these people that are high up. That's the real truth. This has nothing to do with crimes and all this other bullshit. And another thing is, the whole fucking America's, the land of the free has got to be the biggest psyop of all time. America's free to, just do a bunch of dumb shit, but when it comes to, financial regulation and all this other stuff, it's horrible. Now, the good thing is this can change. That's the beauty of America. And the thing is, I think the people in the Department of Justice, I think the people at the SEC, and I think the guy in the White House need to all be cleaned out in 2024. I think, at the end of the day, it's like, we know who the two presidential candidates are, and you might not be a fucking fan of either one, but guess what? There's one guy who's really, hindering the crypto industry. Not one guy, but one side of the political spectrum. And we know it's the Democrats, okay? At the end of the day, you might not like the Republicans. You might be a little libertarian, whatever. But, the Libertarian Party ain't fucking winning. And it's going to come down to Donald J. Trump or it's going to come down to fucking Biden. That's your two choices. So it's either A, you can sit around and be a little bitch and be like, oh, well, I don't like either of them, and then watch the other team, aka the fucking Democrats, come around and try and clean out this industry out of the U.S., and then you're not fucking forced to move to Dubai, or you could stand up for the side that's actually proactively with crypto, and I know people say, oh, Trump doesn't like Bitcoin, etc. Dude, Trump literally dropped 2 NFT projects in the past fucking year. He owns Ethereum, he owns Polygon. Fucking Donald J. Trump was literally on crypto shows, Donald J. Trump Jr. Like, guys, he's going to be more, he knows if he's pro-crypto, he's going to get votes. Do you not understand what's happening right now? I do believe this will change. And these people, they got to go. It's absolute bullshit. Because at the end of the day, the other countries don't give a fuck. They don't care. You know what happens if the U.S. tries to act like a bitch? All the money's just going to move to other countries. All the innovation's going to move to other countries. That's the only thing that's going to happen. It's not going to stop. Bitcoin's not going to stop. Crypto's not going to stop. It's just going to go to other countries. And this needs to fucking change. This is absolute horseshit. And take a look at the other shenanigans. SEC sues Kraken crypto exchange. Now, the SEC has been losing in court, which is another beauty of America, is I think the court system has done very well. But at the same time, it's like, what the fuck is going on with Gary Gensler? This is an absolute clown show. And this is absolutely insane. The SEC filed a lawsuit against Kraken Exchange for illegally operating an online crypto trading platform without registering with the agency. It's just stupid shit, okay? And then take a look at this. Kraken Crypto Exchange says they will vigorously defend themselves against the SEC. It's actually insane how America went from the hub of innovation to now this is a bunch of horseshit. And guess what? It's because one side of the political spectrum is doing all this shit. And most people do not understand these topics, and they never will. So don't try and go around and educate these fucktards about it. Don't. Do not. It's not going to happen. They're not going to be able to understand these type of things. They don't. They think, oh, land of the free because I can do all this stupid ass shit. Motherfuckers. Make sure and make it a point these people need to get out of Washington. If we want to literally save America and stop this shit from going downhill, there needs to be change. Okay? You got it? Okay, take a look at this. And once again, Kraken gave the SEC $30 million back in February, and they just sued him again. It's a bunch of horseshit. It's a bunch of garbage. And I do believe the SEC will end up losing at the end. This is a bunch of shit. All these people are fucking... It's just a bunch of bullshit. Now let's go to this other news. Alright, that was my little rant. OpenAI investors consider suing the board after firing CEO Sam Altman. If you didn't hear, Sam Altman got fired, and they tried to bring him back, and then he went to Microsoft, and all this other shit. Really, really interesting stuff. But I really want to know. They need to release all the information to the public. What were they cooking up at OpenAI that they didn't want to tell anyone? And now take a look at this. As we know, Twitter has officially filed a lawsuit against Media Matters. If you didn't hear, recently a bunch of big companies stopped advertising on Twitter. And basically, it's because some bullshit happened. And Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton launches investigation into Media Matters for potential fraudulent activity against X. And then we all know why they're trying to gun at X. It's because Elon Musk is out here letting people speak the truth. It's a bunch of horse shit. I'm fucking fed up with this. There needs to be a change in America. Things have to change. This is not good. This is an L. Big L. And that's the problem with this whole thing. They kind of set it up in a weird way where it's like they're able to say, oh, well, they're criminals. And, it's rules for thee, not for me. Pretty much. That's essentially what's going on in America right now. And things need to fucking change. People need to be held accountable. People shouldn't be able to do insider trading. I don't understand any of this. I don't get it. It's so stupid. You know what they want? They want to launch a CBDC. They want everyone to use CBDCs. They don't want cryptocurrency because they want control. That's all they want. They want control and power. That's all they want. Don't get confused by any of this shit. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Binance and all this stuff. I mean, we have the announcement at 3 p.m. today. How will it go? Well, let's take a look at the coins before we go. Oh, I forgot to mention this as well. Binance, off the news, actually pumped, which was fucking hilarious. And now it's pumping again. Take a look at this. This was the announcement. When you can tell when the announcement came, we had that massive wick. And I'm really hoping people bid crypto today at 3 p.m. Let's send this shit to the fucking moon. Let them know. Let them know we're out here because this is a bunch of BS. It's a bunch of BS. It's absolutely terrible. And it's so sad that it's happening in America. Why? Why? Literally, America might, if you think about it, America's low-key more, predatory and less friendly to crypto than China. I mean, Hong Kong is basically a part of China, if we're just being real. And Hong Kong has become a hub for crypto, but in America, people are getting shit shut down left and right. And it's all in the name of all these bullshit things. And once again, the general population is never going to care or even understand these type of things. Most people don't even understand what money is. They don't know what Bitcoin is. They don't understand what the hell they're showing up every day to work and get. They don't understand money printing. They don't understand QE. They don't understand any of that. They don't. It's really up to us, okay? That's the truth. Don't expect to go around to all your fucking friends at Thanksgiving and be like, oh, well, the DOJ is, trying to shut down crypto, and this is a whole thing for power, and look what they're doing on Wall Street, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. They're not going to understand, okay? You get what I'm saying? Okay? It's up to us, really. That's what it comes down to. We can yell and scream and shit, but some people are just off in, la la land. They don't give a shit about this. They don't care about financial regulations. Land of the free. I really, really hope, the land of the free narrative can actually come back. And I honestly, I truly believe it will, but we need to clean out Washington. That's just a fact. They got to go. They have to go. They got to go. And I'm a one issue voter at this point. It's like I'm going to go for the party that supports crypto. and the Republican Party supports crypto. Now, I'm not saying there's no Democrats that don't support crypto, but we know pretty much most of the bullshit is coming from the Democrat side. Almost all of it. Okay? And that's the truth. So you can sit there and whine and bitch and complain about Trump and, oh, he did this and oh, he did that. What the fuck are you going to do? You're going to end up eating fucking bugs and having CBDCs. Okay, I'm a little extreme with that. But yeah, and hopefully this rant doesn't get me in trouble. I don't know. Is YouTube, am I allowed to talk about the U.S. government on YouTube and voice my opinion? I'm not even fucking sure anymore. I know I can do it on X. Fuck. But anyway, guys, that's all we got for this video. Make sure to go subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think. And we're going to have a big update today at 3 p.m. Very interesting things. Also, go follow me on X, first link in the description. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching.